It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we're going to see Mark Andrews. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Ravens and the Steelers on Sunday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all,
two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
and I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 20 carries, 87 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. Shoves him away. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trenton Simpson, his 2nd sack of the night. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Ravens ready to take over. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
On 2nd down, Jackson flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal. Hey, Alfie, come
on. They'll run with Mitchell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Once more with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Play action. It's Fields.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Trenton Simpson
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going to run the toss here to Harris. There's a nice move.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. Open man. There's Darnell Washington.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields. Finds Pickens out right.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Fields throwing again. Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14 to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Open man, that's the tight end Fryermuth. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fields now to throw.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down and 4. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Jackson, flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Oh, nice move. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Here we go. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Fields on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Taken in at the 11. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about them keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 73 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
There you go. For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go. Back to throw, Fields. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Fields.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
And quickly, they get to the line.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Now it's Fields.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Fields throwing again.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Here we go.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now a 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Jackson.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Dobbins trying the left side. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Shark's got it left side. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields.
Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he's brought down.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Here's Fields.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. Good. All right.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Zay Flowers
With his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves